So this particular story today, man, just really made me sick to my stomach. This lady, she decided to get rid of her son because her boyfriend didn't like her son. In Middletown, Ohio, the Middletown mother, she's charged with murdering her 6-year-old son. She apparently drove him to a Preble County wildlife area on Friday to abandon him and then ran him over when he tried to get back into the car. Brittany Gosney, she's 29 years old, told the Middletown police she sped off, dragged her son, James Robert Hutchison, which is his name, for a distance before returning about 30 to 40 minutes later. When she drove back to the scene, she stated that she picked the child up, put him back in the vehicle, and then drove back to their home on Crawford Street, where she took the child in the house and placed him in an upstairs bedroom, which police stated in the criminal complaint. Gosney and her other 2 kids were also in the vehicle with her the entire time when she tried to ditch her 6-year-old son and accidentally drove over him while he attempted to get back into the car, confused, not knowing what was going on and wondering why his mother just was trying to leave him in the middle of nowhere. The other 2 kids were not harmed, and they stated that Gosney has not mentioned or confessed whether she intended to try to harm the other kids as well. So they don't know the intentions of what she had in mind for the other kids. Chief Burke stated that this situation has really touched his soul and heart because he has older kids as well. And he also stated that his youngest is 16, but he was just sitting there thinking how the poor 6-year-old had no idea what was going on and what was happening. And also just to think about how the other kids had to sit there and watch what he went through, not knowing what their fate could possibly be. The next day, Chief Burke said that Gosney and her boyfriend, James Hamilton, drove to the Ohio River and put her son's body in the water. Current info suggests Hutchison was dropped in the river on I-275 near Lawrenceburg, Indiana, according to the chief. Middletown police say she reported her son missing around 10:15 a.m. Sunday and later confessed to killing him and working with Hamilton to dispose of the 6-year-old boy's body. Chief Burke said that when Gosney and Hamilton came to the police station, something was odd from the beginning. The 2 even gave conflicting stories while making the missing persons report about her son. The different stories given by Gosney and Hamilton indicated that something was wrong, according to Chief Burke. The mother is not showing much remorse at this time, but she has confessed to doing this to her son. That's why we were able to implement these charges, explained Chief Burke. We'll know more once James is recovered and the coroner is able to do an autopsy. So, man, this particular story is just sickening, man. Just the thought of this 6-year-old kid being driven to a remote area. He's confused, not knowing what's going on. And his mom, someone who he's of course gonna trust and look to protect him, is dropping him off probably at nighttime in a remote wooded area, which they said was a wildlife area, and him and her just trying to pull off and leave him. And the thought of him just trying to get back into the car, he's probably like, "Mommy, why are you leaving me? What are you doing?" And she's running him over while he's trying to open up the door to get back in the car. And then after she did that, she went home. She came back to the scene. He's dead already from her running him over. And then she brings him back home, puts him in the upstairs bedroom, and then later decides, from what the boyfriend's recommendations were, to dump his body in a river to try to get rid of the evidence after she realized what she had done. I'm guessing that's just the way the story sounds. But man, just to think of what the 6-year-old was thinking, man, at the time his mom was leaving him stranded and then she runs him over. And then how they said she's literally smiling in her mugshots. I mean, you can look at her face just having no remorse. And now the other 2 kids have to grow up without a mom. And, they're gonna grow up knowing that, my mom was just evil. She had no remorse, and they seen it. They were a part of what happened and what took place, and they had to feel her running him over as she left the scene, as he was running behind trying to, "Mommy, why are you leaving me?" I mean, it's just sick, man. But anyways, I want to thank y'all for tuning in to another episode, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure y'all subscribe, turn on notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next episode.